Hello again and welcome to Learn Jazz Piano Online with Paul Abrahams. This is episode 4 of Easy Steps to Learn Jazz Piano. We began with the 5-1 notes. 5 is the dominant moving up to the tonic. I then in episode 2 turned these two notes into chords, the dominant 7th moving to its tonic, either major or minor. For example, C7 moving to F major. We then moved on to the 2-5-1 sequence, which is the most important sequence in jazz. So the 2 is usually a minor, the 5 is the dominant 7th, and the 1 is the major or minor. An example of this might be A minor 7 being the 2, D7 being the dominant 7th, and this resolving to the G. We're now going to take a look at ways of improvising through this sequence. Let's take the scale of F major. We started with 5 leading up a perfect 4th or down a perfect 5th to the 1. 5, 1. Tension to release. From our scale, we can get 7 chords. F major 7, G minor 7, A minor 7, B flat major 7, C dominant 7th, D minor 7th, and E half diminished. And the 5 is the dominant 7th, and the 1 is the F major 7th. And now we have 2 chords, 5-1, C7 moving up to the F. Then we moved on to the 2-5-1, and the 2 is the G minor 7 in this case. So 2-5-1 in the key of F, G minor 7, C7, F major 7. With our left hand we could use shells, 1 and 3, 1 and 7, back to 1 and 3. And in this episode, I am just briefly taking you through ways of improvising through this sequence. The first way is just to use the scale. In this case, the parent scale is F, because the G minor 7, the C7, and the F major 7 all have this one scale. So let's play a pattern just using the scale of F over these 3 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We could then use the same idea, but we could use passing notes. Passing notes are just chromatic notes between the main target notes. Let's play another phrase. 2, 3, 4, 1. We could use just notes from the chord. G minor 7, C7, and F major 7. 2, 3, 4, 1. Those of you that follow my online Learn Jazz Piano course will know the emphasis that I place on the 2-5-1 sequence, because it's the key to navigating through most jazz standards. So start looking for your dominant 7th chords and see if they resolve to the tonic, and then see if there's a 2 chord, a minor 2 chord usually, behind that dominant 7th. So, for example, if you see a B flat 7th, which is a dominant 7, see if it resolves up a perfect 4th to its E flat, and then look in front of it to see if it has an F minor 7th, which is the minor 2 chord. In this brief episode, we've taken a look at ways of soloing through this 2-5-1 sequence. The first way that I suggested was to find the parent scale. In other words, the 2-5-1 sequence has a dominant seventh, and if that dominant seventh, for example, is a D7, the parent scale would be a G. If the dominant seventh was a C7, that parent scale would be again a perfect fourth up, and it would be the scale of F. Another way of soloing is just to take the 4 notes of each chord and use those. You could also use what we call passing notes between the target notes. In other words, passing notes move between the main notes of the scale or the chord. If you'd like to subscribe to my Learn Jazz Piano video course, go to www.learnjazzpianoonline.com. Hope to see you there.